Calcutta High Court accepts the ED's argument not to move TMC minister to the state-run SSKM hospital, accepts the ED's argument that the SSKM hospital is used by high-profile accused to take shelter. The ED had told the court the Bengal minister, the TMC minister, was faking his illness. Delhi reports its first monkeypox case. A 31-year-old man with no foreign travel history. This is the fourth monkeypox case reported in India, with the previous three being reported from Kerala. One suspected case in Telangana, two now. Union Minister Smriti Irani sends a legal notice to three Congress leaders who said that her 18-year-old daughter was running a restaurant with an illegal license to run a bar there. The Union Minister has sought a written unconditional apology and withdrawal of allegations against her daughter with immediate effect. The Congress tweets another video of authorities removing the word bar from the nameplate of the restaurant in Goa. A Delhi government event was hijacked on the orders of the Prime Minister's office by the police, who put up his photo on the stage and threatened to arrest anyone who removed them, the Aam Aadmi Party alleges. The Calcutta High Court has ordered the TMC Minister Partha Chatterjee to be shifted to the AIIMS in Bhubaneswar, this from the SSKM hospital, where he was admitted to after complaining of chest pain. The Enforcement Directorate had moved the Calcutta High Court against the Chief Metropolitan Magistrate Court's order to move the TMC minister to the state-run SSKM hospital. Let's go across to Saurav Gupta for more on this. Saurav, so lots of activity taking place in the courts today, despite it being a Sunday. What transpired earlier in this hearing, and eventually on what grounds has the Calcutta High Court accepted the ED's argument? What was the argument the ED made in court?
Well, the ED's argument principally was that SSKM hospital, being a state-run hospital, and Partha Chatterjee being a senior minister in the state government, could have influenced, his decision to stay at the hospital by, exerting his power on the authorities at the hospital. Now, today, of course, is a Sunday, but the Calcutta High Court heard the matter today and also decided on it and uploaded an order very quickly. And this order has been uploaded, and it says, basically in the order it says that under such background and considering the fact that the accused is a senior cabinet minister in the state of West Bengal, having immense power and position, it would not be impossible for the accused, with the aid of other political executives, to take shelter under the garb of serious illness and medical treatment to evade interrogation. What it effectively means is that Partha Chatterjee, the High Court feels, could influence those who are in charge of his treatment and evade investigation simply because he's a minister. Obviously, SSKM is a state-run hospital. It's one of the biggest hospitals in West Bengal. Lakhs of people from across the state come here for treatment. And this is indeed a very, very worrying situation if the High Court feels that medical professionals would be acting under influence when it comes to a minister who's been arrested is involved. Now, the other part of this is that Partha Chatterjee will now be taken by an air ambulance to Bhubaneswar. AIIMS, that was one of the hospitals that the ED had suggested, saying that it is, one of the better hospitals. And the court has said that the investigative agency is directed to take the accused by air ambulance to AIIMS Bhubaneswar in the early morning of 25th July. And he'll be taken to the airport by an ambulance, and he'll be accompanied by a doctor of SSKM and also an advocate on his side. And then, of course, the team of doctors at AIIMS Bhubaneswar will have to examine him and give a report and hand over those copies to the investigative officer, who, of course, will then, forward that copy to his counterpart in Calcutta, produce it before the PMLA court, where Partha Chatterjee is also to be produced tomorrow. Now, also, the judge will take up the hearing at 4 o'clock tomorrow, and the investigating officer will, of course, we make necessary arrangement for the production of the accused through electronic video linkage. So basically, from Bhubaneswar, Partha is likely to be produced, virtually in court tomorrow for the hearing in the special anti-money laundering court, which is the PMLA court in Kolkata.
All right. So now all eyes shift to that court hearing tomorrow. Thank you, Saurav Gupta, for that big breaking story at this hour. Meanwhile, amidst rising concerns over monkeypox, the national capital on Sunday reported its first case as a 31-year-old man with no foreign travel history was diagnosed with the disease. This is now the fourth monkeypox case reported in India, with the previous 3 cases being reported from Kerala, and the concern has been growing globally. Monkeypox has this weekend been declared a global health emergency by the WHO. The rapidly spreading monkeypox outbreak represents a global health emergency, the World Health Organization's highest level of alert. The WHO Director General said the WHO label, a public health emergency of international concern, is designed to sound an alarm that a coordinated international response is needed and could unlock funding and global efforts to collaborate on sharing vaccines and treatments. And let's go across to Uma Sudhir, who is reporting that there could be there is a suspected case of monkeypox in Telangana. Now, Uma, what do we know about the patient, how they contracted this? Have they had any travel history? What can you tell us?
I just spoke to Telangana's Public Health Director, Dr. Srinivas, and he told us that this is still a suspected case. The confirmation has not come. What happened was this 40-year-old man had returned from Kuwait on July 6th, and he went to a place called Kamareddy, which is near Hyderabad in Telangana state, and there he had developed fever on the 20th of July, and by the 23rd he had got some rashes, after which he went to a private clinic where the doctor suspected that these could be monkeypox symptoms and sent him to a government district hospital. From where he was sent in an ambulance to the fever hospital in Hyderabad, where he is being kept in isolation. 6 people who came in direct contact with him have also been isolated, though they are not showing any symptoms as of now. The National Institute of Virology, Pune, has received the samples from this man, and only once the confirmation comes will we know that this is indeed a case of monkeypox. Otherwise, as of now, the government, the health minister also monitoring this and saying that as of now there is no reason for panic.
All right, no reason for panic. Thanks so much, Omar. No reason for panic, but let's be informed. What exactly is the monkeypox? What can you do? What do you need to know about it? What do you need to know to keep to protect yourself and your loved ones? Priyanshi has all the details.
Monkeypox cases are rising in India and abroad. The 4th Indian case of monkeypox was reported in Delhi, and it adds a peculiar worry to our overall picture. Let's tell you why. The last 3 cases that were reported from Kerala all had a previous foreign travel history. They had a travel history linked to the United Arab Emirates, but the Delhi monkeypox case has no foreign travel history. Now, this is raising concerns, with experts saying that this means we now need to contact trace more, meaning that the disease is not just coming from international countries, but it's also spreading within our country itself, which is why we need to contract trace more. Now, if we get you an overall global picture, over 16,800 monkeypox cases have been reported globally, and 4 monkeypox cases have been confirmed in India. The monkeypox cases are reported in 74 countries globally. The World Health Organization has declared that the monkeypox outbreak is a public health emergency, and this is the highest alarm that the World Health Organization can sound. Now, this raises lots of questions. We'll tell you all the important facts about monkeypox that you need to know. Number 1, what really is monkeypox? As per the World Health Organization, it is a viral disease from the family of smallpox. Now, where does the name come from? The outbreak was first discovered in colonies of monkeys that were kept for research. The name doesn't mean monkeys are the source of the virus. In fact, the source of the disease is still unknown and still under research. Now, an important concern is how lethal is this virus? Monkeypox infections are rarely lethal. 3 to 6% of patients unfortunately die of the virus as per WHO, and people with weakened immune systems are more likely to get seriously ill or unfortunately lose their life. But on the disease overall, the symptoms last from 2 to 4 weeks on average. But what are the symptoms is the next question. Fever, headache, muscle aches, swollen lymph nodes, chills, rashes that can look like pimples or blisters that appear on the face, inside the mouth, and on other parts of the body like the hands, feet, chest, those visuals of those blisters that we've been seeing. Now the next question is, how does monkeypox really spread? Well, two ways. It can be a human-to-human transmission or an animal-to-human transmission. First, let's get to the human-to-human transmission. Direct contact with infectious rashes, scabs, bodily fluids, respiratory secretions during prolonged and face-to-face contact or during intimate physical contact such as kissing, cuddling or sexual intercourse is also a source of transmission. Number 3, touching items such as clothing that previously touched an infectious rash or bodily fluids are also another source. Now pregnant people can also spread the virus to their fetus through the placenta. But studies say that the majority of cases are transmitted via sexual activities. A study by New England Journal of Medicine says that 95% of monkeypox cases are transmitted via sexual activity. Now to the animal to human transmission. Contact with infected animals either by being scratched or bitten by the animal or by preparing or eating meat from infected animals is also a source of transmission. Now one of the most important questions. How can you save yourself from monkeypox? Well, number 1, avoid close contact with those who have a rash looking similar to that of monkeypox. Number 2, maintain social distancing to save yourself from respiratory or touch transmission. Number 3, avoid touching unwashed bedding, towels, clothing of an infected person or somebody who you might not know because you never know they could be infected. Number 4, wash and sanitize hands very often to maintain cleanliness and hygiene. And number 5, to prevent animal to human transmission, make sure that all meat you eat is thoroughly cooked before eating and avoid any unprotected contact with wild animals. Now as an ending note, experts say that for now there's nothing to panic about the spread of monkeypox in India, and if we follow the precautions and contact trace at this time, we'll be able to control the disease before it gets out of hand.
And the Union Minister Smriti Irani on Sunday sent a legal notice to 3 Congress leaders and the party. The leaders who had stated that Smriti Irani's 18-year-old daughter was running an illegal bar in Goa, was running a restaurant for which the bar license had been obtained illegally. A legal notice has now been sent to the opposition parties Pawan Khera, Jairam Ramesh and Netta D'Souza. The Union Minister has sought a written unconditional apology and the withdrawal of these allegations against her daughter with the immediate effect from the Congress. Meanwhile, the Congress responded by tweeting and sharing a video that showed the administration, the Goa administration, the police removing the words bar from the nameplate of that restaurant. As you can see there, it says a restaurant and bar, and today this video shows the authorities attempting to conceal or remove those words bar from the restaurant in question. The controversy here is whether this restaurant got a bar license through improper means. And Droupadi Murmu will be sworn in as India's first tribal woman president on Monday morning in her village in Uparbeda, where she grew up, has been preparing for this historic moment for her swearing in. NDTV caught up with her classmate Ramchandar Hemaram, who had many fond memories.
Here in Uparbeda village, there are people who have some very fond memories of Droupadi Murmu and the time that she spent here. Well, there is one special person, her classmate from class 1 to 7, who studied with her, and he remembers her very fondly. I have with me. Namaste bhaiya, aapka naam bataiye.
मेरा नाम रामचंद्र हेमरम है.
Ramchandar ji studied with Madam Droupadi Murmu from class 1
to 7 class.
Okay.
Yes.
And what was the situation in the school that time?
That time school situation is very poor, very poor. But her study was very standard.
She was very good in studies, I believe.
Very good student.
She used to always come first in class?
Yes. 2 years he passed in the first class.
Okay.
Yes.
And you know, you said something very interesting. She was monitor.
Yeah.
She was school में monitor, and she used to.
yes, monitor.
आप लोग लड़ाई करते थे, तो she used to sort out your fight.
हाँ, वो सॉल्व करते थे.
हाँ, कैसे?
अरे भाई भाई क्यों ऐसा करते हैं? Why you are making your arguments? Why you are both my brother? ऐसा बोलने से हम लोग चुप हो जाते थे. We become silent.
इसका मतलब she had leadership qualities then also.
From school life से. हाँ.
And what else do you remember of her? और क्या यादें हैं?
और कभी कभी वो जो वहाँ पर ऐसा सिचुएशन था कि ब्लैक बोर्ड वगैरह में कोई बुरा शब्द लिखा हुआ रहता था ना, वो जाकर के पूरा वो माने डस्टर से वो पूरा कर देते थे, वैनिश कर देते थे.
एंड उनका जिंदगी में काफी स्ट्रगल आया. मतलब भुवनेश्वर पढ़ने गई थी तो काफी स्ट्रगल किया. उनका पापा मम्मी भी उनको ज्यादा पैसा नहीं दे सकते थे जब वो पढ़ रही थी. 10 रुपीज आई बिलीव देते थे.
her father was a simple farmer. He was unable to maintain her studies. But his uncle, Kartik Chandra Maji, who was already minister, he helped him very much.
Are you all very proud today?
Okay, madam. Thank you.
Are you very proud today? Are you all proud?
Okay.
Of आपको मतलब एक गर्व महसूस कर रहे हैं?
बहुत, yes, I am very happy, very happy, which is not comparable with the happy.
Today one girl from this village has become the president of this country.
Yeah.
And everybody is talking about her.
Everybody talking, everybody become both happy, very happy, everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so Ramchandraji still lives in this very humble house just right behind me. He is, very interestingly, he is Droupadi Murmu's classmate from class 1 to class 7, and he shared some special memories about her leadership qualities which she displayed even as class monitor in the village school that she studied here in Uparbeda. With camera person Hariban Sharma, Harsha Kumari Singh for NDTV.